Canada represents a multicultural society. From its humble beginnings in 1867 up until now, there's been continual growth taking place. As of 1982, when Pierre Trudeau introduced the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, individuals within the country were given the right to practice their religion, their values, and their customs with no sort of reprimands or problems resulting. So what we're going to do today is actually hope to interview a number of different Canadians that have their take on multiculturalism within the country and hopefully provide you a nicer picture of what it is that we have in this country that we call Canada. Right. Come with me while I go find some Canadian students to interview about their culture. I wonder who I'm going to interview. I don't see anyone on this floor. Oh, young man!
Oh,
hi there. I'm Sammy from CBC.
How you doing?
So we were actually doing a little special on multiculturalism. We just thought, why don't you give us your unique take on multiculturalism?
Well, you know, I grew up in Canada. I've always lived here, and I've always been proud of our country as being a multicultural country.
Definitely. I mean, best country in the world, clearly.
Obviously. So, yeah, you know, I have had a lot of experiences with other cultures. I usually work around people with other cultures.
Okay. What kind of cultures do you work with?
I work with Chinese, Indian, Muslim. Well, Muslim's more of a religion, but Iranian, whatever.
Okay. And how does that actually affect your work environment? Like, do you guys have to make any concessions for them? Are there any changes that you make to accommodate them?
A little bit. You know, sometimes there's a little bit of a language barrier, and that creates a bit of a problem. But I've worked. You know, once you work there for a long time, you learn to accommodate that. Really learn how to work with the people and kind of, you know, lead people to kind of to know what our customs are. You know what I mean? It's depending on how long they've been in the country, right? Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I appreciate this interview.
Thank you. It was nice talking to you.
Always.
Thank you.
All right, so let's go find someone else to interview. I think I hear some students talking. Let me go interview them. Oh, hi, young lady.
Oh, hi.
I'm Sammy from CBC.
Hi, nice to meet you.
So I just wanted to ask you a few questions. Do you have some time?
Yeah, I have a bit of time. Just doing some work here.
Just thought I'd take the edge off. So let me ask you, how do you feel about multiculturalism in Canada? Are you all for it? Are you against it?
Yeah, I'm all for it. I'm in actually a program that's very diverse. So.
That must be an interesting experience.
Yeah, it is.
Now, are there any particular situations where you've worked in a multicultural team?
Yeah, actually, I worked in a multicultural team. Well, I danced in a multicultural team for 14 years, and I also was teaching.
You know, what kind of dancing was that?
Irish dancing, and I've been a team leader in that, in Irish dancing. There's been lots of various different cultures, backgrounds. It's not just Irish people. One of the probably best girls at my dance school was African American.
Okay. Well, that's definitely very interesting. So I just wanted to know, have you ever had any situations where you had to deal with multicultural teams?
Yeah, I was a team leader at my last championships before retiring, and it's called an 8-hand in Irish dancing, and really I had to make sure I was sensitive, yes, sensitive to people's customs and values, because in my team, because everyone has different
rules.
Roles to play, yeah.
I can definitely see that. I mean, with dancing, you have all sorts of routines that you have to run, and like, if you're not sensitive to the members of the team, now see how the dance can actually come together, right?
Exactly, right. So
I understand that. So it seems like my co-anchor, Crystal's outside with one of our students to talk to. Crystal?
Thanks, Sammy. I'm here with Nana Kavera. What country are you from? I'm from Lebanon. Oh yeah, and how do you like Canada?
I love Canada. It's a really multicultural society. It's very diverse. I get along with everyone just fine.
And have you had any trouble in multicultural groups?
No, just because like Canada is so used to its diversity and multiculturalism, people understand where I'm coming from, and we learn to adapt to each other's cultures and understand everyone else's backgrounds and where they're coming from and their perspectives on everything.
Well, thank you.
No problem.
Back to you, Sam.
Thanks, Crystal. I feel like I was just part of a really enlightening experience. Like I've traveled all around the globe and I've come back and now I'm just so adept in the knowledge of multiculturalism. I hope you learned something too. And this ends our cultural special on multiculturalism.